Waddle has a Dolphin touchdown. And he will score. Field on the near side, that open touchdown. Waddle has got it on the run, and he's gone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown. The run from Tua Tagovailoa. Picked off. Flying Xavier Howard.
What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, joined by the homie Martin, and we are back for another edition of Tua Tuesday as that man is back at it. Martin, it was a rough game. Overall, obviously wasn't pretty.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I was expecting to be far more disappointed when I dived into the All-22 with Tua. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really did. I expected to see more misreads, and I didn't. Right? Like I maybe saw one or two misreads. Listen, was it good? It's nothing I'm going to write home about. I think still I'll stay to what I said. Tennessee last year, Buffalo wouldn't get in the year before, and this game were probably his worst performances as a professional player. But this was nowhere near as bad as those two performances. That's for sure. Now,
that's fair.
Were there turnover-worthy plays? Sure. But a couple of those, and we'll get into it, there's some questionable. There should have been a flag. You know what I mean? Like, not everything. There was a almost pick between him and Tyreek, and it was because Tyreek got jammed on the line and threw the timing of the pass off. Like, there was just a lot to really take in here. What were your thoughts overall of Tua's performance on Sunday when you initially watched it, and then now that you've gone back and watched the All-22?
Right after the game, I pretty much let everyone know who was around me. I gave Tua a C grade.
Yeah, I agree.
A C grade for the performance.
Yeah.
And then when I jump back into the film, it's kind of like, okay, C plus. You know what I mean? Because there's still a lot of plays that I know he can make if, you know what I mean, if he really starts trusting, just certain things, not even about what he sees or what he feels, just trusting himself, trusting his ability, and trusting, his the players around him, their ability as well. There's going to be a point in time where Tua will start hitting strides. You can this clearly looked like a game that he hasn't played in 2 weeks, pretty much.
I was going to say, you could see his anticipation and timing in certain throws. It looked like a guy who hadn't played in 24 days. Right. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it looked like because that timing was so down with him and Tyreek even, and you could see him and Tyreek's timing was off.
Was a little off, yeah.
And, Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it was literally like as far as the note that I put down for like every receiver he threw to, right? For Tyreek Hill, I was like, okay, timing was definitely off today. He still needs to work on it. With Jalen Waddle, he still has a rapport with Waddle. Trent Sherfield, he's excellent with Sherfield.
Yeah.
Gesicki is a roller coaster. He's gonna make a really good player or not at all. And you know how it is with Edmonds, bro. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Chase Edmonds, if that dude don't holler at Lester Hayes and say, hey, man, let me borrow some of that stickum, bro, because this this brother, I mean, you talk about just drops after. I'm like, bro, what is happening? Because, again.
And it's not just Tua. He was doing it with Skyler in there when Skyler needed his help on third down, too, right?
I mean, what's going on, right? So, just holler at, Fred Biletnikoff and Lester Hayes back in them, Raiders days back in the 70s. Get spit in your hand, get some of them stickers in you. And man, let's try to let's get this guy's confidence back up, because he's clearly dealing with like confidence issues when it comes to his concentration drops. It's bad. But back to Tua. Tua had he had a game where I came away from it like, you know what? It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but I know there's so much more for him to reach. You know what I mean? As far as the room. So it's encouraging. And put it like this. I'm looking at this game no different than how I looked at the New England Patriots game. Like that first game of the season, a lot of turnover-worthy plays, a lot of indecisiveness at times, but there were still throws in that game. You're like, okay.
Yeah,
but,
they were. Yeah.
But come week 2, that's when things started getting a little bit sharper. Things started, rhythm started to kind of catch on. So I'm hoping this week in Detroit, there's going to be a turn up.
Even on the 2 drives where we scored field goals, I know we got good field position, but I thought he was even sharp on those. Like, and then after that, it became a moment. It became a game of after those first 3 drives. There were moments of sharpness. It wasn't consistent sharpness.
Right.
You would see a throw here or throw there. We're like, okay, that's sharp. People are out here trying to create a narrative, and it tells you how much they really know about the game or watch it. Out here trying to create a narrative that, it's clearly McDaniel doesn't trust him. That's why he took the ball out of his hands on that 3rd and 4th down where Edmonds got stuffed. Well, no, there was multiple factors in it. One being of what Martin just alluded to. They were trying to get Edmonds' confidence up. And if he converts one of those, that helps the guy's confidence in this offense, especially running the football because he hasn't been that good. Number 2, there was no evidence on that drive to point to taking the ball out of Tua's hands on that 3rd and 4th down. Now, we will go over the drive, but let me put it in perspective. On a 3rd down to a 3rd down to Waddle, and then the following play to Raheem Mostert, he put up 43 yards in the first two passing attempts on that drive. That got us all the way down there. The guy put up half the field almost half the yardage of the field in 2 plays.
Right.
And you took and that throw to Waddle when we get to it on 3rd down on that same drive is an absolute dime. It's perfect. And it's actually one of the most times Tua looked comfortable throwing in the pocket all game in terms of his base was firm. His head was moving nicely. You could just tell he was feeling that throw and that read. And, I marked it down in there. So people are trying to create this narrative that, he didn't trust him. Well, first of all, when we look at the film, there was nothing leading up to that drive that was glaringly bad about Tua that okay, I don't trust this guy on 3rd down. And you know why? Because the set of downs before Edmonds got stuffed, they put the ball in his hands on 3rd down and he got it for them. So that was just a bad play calling sequence by Coach McDaniel. I don't know what else to tell you.
It's in that situation, you either go for the field goal to go up by double digits, or you go for it and put it in the hands of Tua to make that
you could put it in the hands of your best playmakers on offense.
Exactly, precisely. Yeah, that should have been the actual what should have transpired, but it didn't. Turnover on downs, man.
And it was that was a tough drive, and we'll get into it all here in a second. It was just, it was the first time really this season I've come away. Now, I will be there's still, even when there are times where I'm not happy with the play calling at certain points, there were certain plays where I gave them high marks for the design. You know what I mean? Like that one wheel to Tyreek up that sideline with the nice throw by Tua. They went to a similar thing, but to the left side. And it's crazy. They went to a similar, now it wasn't on the same formation, but a similar concept, just to the next side on the next passing attempt. And that's the one that almost got picked off. Right. But anyway, the first time, man, like coming out of that wheel, coming behind all those guys, that wheel up the sideline, the play design there was really nice. There was a couple times where the play design was still, even though the play calling wasn't like remember that point where they played that deep cover 3, almost like a prevent? And we gave nothing over the middle of the field. The whole middle of the field was vacated, and everything was up the sideline. We gave nothing on that play over the middle. That was just a bad play call against the coverage that we ended up seeing, right? Do you know what play I'm talking about? It was that prevent cover 3. They ran like a prevent cover 3. Like,
which quarter?
Oh, man, that was in the 3rd quarter.
I probably missed that one, but when we see it, we'll see it. Just point it out for me so we can see.
I know you saw it. Let me just tell you that I know you saw it because, I know for a fact you saw it.
Okay.
But you'll see what I'm talking about. But like, it's a like prevent. What is it? It's either a single high or a cover 3 prevent. And
is it?
And they're throwing over the middle of the field. They just because even the linebackers are so deep that the whole middle of the 15 yards over the middle of the field, there's nothing, and we didn't even run a drag over the middle of the field, bro.
Or a running back dump off.
Nothing. There wasn't even a check down, like nothing coming out of the backfield. Nothing. It was crazy. You'll see what I'm talking about. I was like, wow, what a missed off. And that was again, that's not Tua's fault. That's just that's one of those things where you're going to have a bad play call against, I mean, not a bad play call, but a play call against about to see. You know what I mean? Like that's literally it's not. What's the coverage beater call? Let's call it that. You know what I mean?
Right. They drew up the perfect coverage for the play call, but most of the time, coaches always want to design plays where damn near every level of the field will be touched. You know. Level 3, level 2, and then line of scrimmage. Everything should always be touched.
It was the first time I noticed since we've been doing this under the McDaniel regime that there was nothing over the middle of the field because we love to eat over the intermediate level of the field, right? There was nothing. I was absolutely shocked.
Maybe that was by design. like they know we like going in the middle of the field. Let's do a play where we don't go in the middle at all. And take a shot.
And they absolutely read it perfectly, and they got it happened.
It can happen, man. But regardless, like how you saying, Tua's performance, I believe, was still it was good enough to win. That's the first thing. Also, it's one of those performances where I come away with it like he's still pressing. He still can't let the last play go. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he still wants to be perfect. Whereas, and this is up for debate and discussion as far as my preference in quarterbacks. I prefer it like, and I say this all the time: Peyton Manning and Eli Manning. Everybody, damn near 9 out of 10 people will choose Peyton Manning over Eli Manning. But me personally, I prefer Eli only because there's something about the notion of do you prefer consistency or do you prefer brilliance, right? As far as a performance, right? And me in particular, when it comes to the quarterback position, consistency wins you games, but brilliance it helps you in the clutch. You know what I mean? When you're not thinking about nothing, everything is just a part of your second nature. And you have to work your way into that, meaning you can't worry too much about what you didn't do right. You just keep, chiseling. You keep.
Yeah, because Eli never let a play shake him ever. He just went back to it.
Ever. That was
in this community on other panels back in the day, I've defended Eli Manning because I think the way people slander his name is ridiculous. This is the only man to beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick twice in the Super Bowl, let alone to do it once is a feat. He did it twice. The guy led an 8-8 Giants team to a Super Bowl on his back. What did he throw? 10 touchdowns and no interceptions on that run, and then it took Flacco's Ravens run to beat his run in terms of touchdowns to interceptions. Like it was a fantastic run by and like you said, Eli was clutch, man. And when you actually go look at his numbers, people forget, like, there were 2 separate points in his career. There were like 4 or 5 year spans where he put up really good numbers.
Yeah. 2011 was arguably his best year as a pro.
Yeah, he just had a couple of years in between where they weren't that great, but then he picked it back up, man. Like,
yeah. The reason I bring that up is because that's what I want to kind of adopt. That's what he needs to be. He needs to be the guy that doesn't care about what people, not even what people, but what he thinks about himself.
Yeah.
When it comes to making mistakes.
Because that was
Peyton was, man.
Peyton was the better player and obviously the higher football IQ. You could tell plays and stuff got in his head. Like the Patriots were in his head rent free. Like for some reason, they were just in his head, man. He just, I know he beat them a few times in the playoffs, but man, it took those Broncos teams were freaking loaded that he won with. I mean, remember that one year he couldn't even barely throw the football.
2015.
That was I agree. Like the one big glaring difference between Peyton Manning and Eli, aside from those things where Peyton clearly was better, that allowed Eli to be what he was his ability to shake off the last play. Remember people used to fault him for it. Oh, he looks like he doesn't care. Blah 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 blah. Remember people used to fault him for it. But it's like, no, man, that's the mentality you have in any sport. Goalies in hockey.
Amnesia.
Same way. If you let up a bad goal, bro, you got to forget that the next play, man.
Amnesia.
That's one shot of you're potentially going to face more than 30 in the night. You're really going to sit there and dwell on one? Yeah,
Amnesia, man.
Yay, bro. It's real.
But I tell you what, though, also not to drag it too long so we can get into the film, but I also kind of put this on his father, right? Nalu. Nalu essentially has trained Tua from a very early age to
accept nothing less than perfect.
Than perfection, right? And you have to realize, bro, he's gonna mess up. It's gonna happen.
Perfection is an unattainable state, other than the 72 Dolphins and whatever God deity you believe in, because it doesn't exist, bro.
And Mike McDaniels has emphasized this in his pressers. Man, you have to concede, man. Get used to concession. Be that guy.
When he slid after taking that hit earlier in the game, and then he takes it later on, I'm like, what is this guy doing? And I don't know. Did you see the post-game interview with Tua? When they not the presser, but when they had him on the field and they talked to him post game,
I seen that.
Clearly they chewed him out on the sideline for doing what he did in terms of running. Because
why not? Of course they're supposed to. He's missed a lot of games because of that.
Yeah, and we can't win without him. So
right,
you know what I mean?
But man, that's what it is.
Guys, smash that like button, subscribe if you are new. Let's get into this. We got about 39 plays, I believe.
That's not bad. You're right, Brad. You're right.
Why can't we just have, this is why when the big plays happen, why then in the fourth quarter you can just run the football. So we only got to talk about like 25 plays. You know what I mean?
I know. We need to run the ball more anyway. So
agreed.
Hey, that's neither here nor there.
It's nice to see Tua back. That's all I know.
For sure.
All right. So I guess all that said, let's get to this. Now this is the first passing play, but this is fresh off an Eichenberg false start as the first play of the game.
First and 15.
Exactly. And this is 11 personnel for Miami. 2 is in the gun. Mostert's to his left, 2-by-1 receiver set with Hill, who
quarters
is going
coverage
to motion. Yep. And actually with Hill's motion, I think they drop into like more of a cover 3 here.
Yeah, they roll cover 3.
Yeah, the play is going to be swallowed up right there and goes nowhere. Not an ideal start to this drive after this and the false start, but it actually ends up being the best drive of the night for Miami. So
yeah, and honestly, I see right there, and you see it too, Jalen Waddle, just below average blocking effort when it comes to the play design. You're supposed to get on your man. He just, got out muscle essentially to the football. So
yeah, and give him some hype.
Yeah, early.
There was a couple times where our blocking and the receiving core wasn't that great tonight too. I noticed. So, anyways, so now, Dolphins in 11 personnel again. 2 in the gun. Moser to his left. 1 wide receiver to the left. To the right are 2 receivers, which are Sherfield and Hill, and they are stacked on that side. Yep. And Pittsburgh is going to drop into cover 2 man. Sherfield motions, And this gives the middle of the field to Waddle on the slant.
Mm-hmm.
And Tua hits him. Now, I gotta, because I know I can already hear it. Some are gonna say that this could have been placed better, but I believe he went back shoulder to Waddle here to avoid getting open up. Because watch Devin Bush. Devin Bush is gonna do a little bit of a buck drop here. He's gonna show that he's dropping. So he knew he was gonna run into that. So Tua's placement also still allowed Waddle to get that yak. So I'm not gonna hate on it. I think this is my opinion. This is why he went back shoulder and not over the middle, because he avoided that linebacker and he knew he could still get yak with that. And he was right. He got about 13 yards.
Yeah, there's zero criticism on this throw. Clearly there was a window.
You got to get out ahead of it though, Martin, because people are going to be out here. So
there was a window that was clearly a cover 2. The linebacker, like you said, did a buck drop. That's only the right throw to make, considering the window that you had to throw. He made the right read, he made the right throw, and he gave his receiver the opportunity to turn up. So first down, I can't complain about that.
I got to get out ahead of it. You know what I mean? Get the information out before the misinformation does. You know what I mean? Empty set, 2 in the gun, 2 by 3. And it's cover 1 for the Steelers here. Hill's going to stumble out of his break in his slant, and it throws off the timing on the route and throw as Tua tried to compensate for it. Hill still made the catch, and he tried to get more, but it's the stumble that threw off the potential of more yardage after this. And why the ball was behind Hill was because of the stumble right there. See? So you can tell he clearly tried to compensate for the stumble, but Tyreek didn't actually lose a step, even though he stumbled. It's crazy. He's so fast, bro.
You see this one here. Like I see the window that Tua saw.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is actually a good play to kind of review, considering that exact same route concept where Tyreek Hill always squares in. That timing, throwing to the right for Tua, is still relatively, hit or miss when it comes to being in stride, right? And even with this one in particular, like you can tell Tua wants to hit Tyreek in that window, but the timing of it, you know what I mean? I think he's still working on it. It's still not quite second nature for him. So it's just something that he needs to see and keep rehearsing, so he can really perfect that type of throw, because it's there. It's almost always there. So
yeah. Agreed. Agreed. And it was evident that his timing was off on certain throws this game too, for sure.
Yeah, man.
So, all right. 2 under center. That was a nice 17-yard completion anyway, so we'll take it.
Right. First down.
2 under center. Mostert is the single back 1-by-1 receiver set, 21 personnel, tight set. You're going to see angled motion here. Steelers in cover 3. I love this design. The quick pivot,
it always works.
You know what I mean?
It almost always works.
That snap instead of the full drop back, turn and locate Hill on the quick slant. Like, and it helps when he's got such a quick release. It looks, because if you watch it, like if you watch the broadcast, watch the flow of the linebackers. Everyone's going to flow to the top of the screen, so the left side of the offense, because in real time, this reads run. Look at the flow. In real time, that reads run. I love the design. I love the call there. Good stuff.
And hopefully I'm not giving too much secrets as far as what they're setting this play up to be in the future. But anybody that watches this type of play, as far as defenses that watch this type of play from the Dolphins, are going to force that cornerback at the bottom of the screen to do what Malcolm Butler did against Russell Wilson and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. As soon as they see that formation and that design, they're going to force him to jump that route. And I think Mike McDaniels is setting it up for a slant and go for a big time play.
A sluggo?
A
sluggo, baby. Beat him with the sluggo. And that's an
same design.
Alabama loves running that stuff too.
Same design, sluggo. Yeah. And that would be a big time play touchdown.
Ooh, I like how you think, my friend.
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense.
Hopefully, I'm not giving too much game as far as what the Dolphins are actually about to do. But
that makes sense.
If I'm an NFL defense, I'm teaching my cornerbacks to jump that route. Because that's what we're hitting on.
Agreed, man. It makes a ton of sense. I love the sluggo idea.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, man. All right. Look at us. That's a couple shows this year now where me and you have suggested new play designs and wrinkles, eh? And
they can
hire us, Miami. We got you.
If they ready for that, man. If they ready to take it to the next level.
Oh man. 21 personnel, 2 in the gun, Ingold to his left, 1x2 set with Mozart to the right, with Waddle over there too. Pittsburgh's going to drop into cover 3 with the snap. It's a play action, and this is an absolute dime and stride over the middle to Gesicki on the slant. We're dicing Flores' linebacker unit on the scripted drive, and this is another first down on a first down through the air. I love it, bro.
Why you got to say Flores linebacker?
Bro, but you know what's crazy? You look at this right now. We look totally in rhythm. This is going to be a long night for Pittsburgh, but who knew it would end up totally different, right?
Right. Like after this first drive, I expected like 30 points.
Yeah,
easily.
We're gonna kill these guys.
Easily. I mean? Yeah, man. But they buckled down, man. They made a lot of adjustments. So
it was not to be, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2 in the gun. Mozart to his right, 2 receivers stacked to the right. 12 personnel, strong left. Mozart motions to the left of Tua. It's like a cover 3 look for Pittsburgh. And Tua's going to deliver a dart to Gesicki on the slant. Hits him in the freaking mask.
Yeah, man.
He has to make the catch, even though I do think there is a hold here. I think you got to make this catch, bro. Like
I saw this
$11
play.
million, dog.
and sometimes Gesicki be like, man, you ain't paying me enough. But I'm telling you right now, obviously the DB got his hand on his hand as far as making that diamond catch. Like he's putting his hands out to make that diamond catch. That was a dime throw by Tua, and Gesicki's opening up. But the defender, bang bang play, right? He got his arm on his arm, which not distracted, but it threw off the natural catching radius.
Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. How many times do we see Gesicki make the hard catch through contact?
He does. Yeah. He's a strong catcher. And that was a touchdown, man. But it was a bang bang play. It was a bang bang play, man.
Come on, man. We're paying you $11 million. It hit him in the mask, bro.
Yeah. Right in his chin. But to be fair, the defensive back did get his hand.
Play. But we're paying you $11 million, and people keep telling me you're top 10 tight end, bro.
So fight through it. Yeah, fight through it. Make the catch. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, someone do it.
Yeah. Hey, Tanner Connor, right?
You know what I mean? No, well, you look at I know it. You look at the Bridgewater touchdowns last week. The guy was wide open. He could have a picnic with.
Yeah, he's basically by himself back there. Yeah, for the most part on his touchdowns from last week. But when it's contested, that's what we pay him for. We pay him for the contested catches. So,
but listen, yeah, exactly. I don't pay you to make catches when you can have a picnic like it's Yosemite Sam Park and Yogi Bear is coming by to either chill with you or steal your food.
Yeah.
Hey, boo boo, how about a picnic for 2? Like, I'm not sitting here paying you $11 million for you out here to be Yogi Bear out in the end zone, bro. All right.
Oh man, make the catch. I got you, man. You got to make that catch. You got to make that catch.
Break. Unbelievable. Hey, boo boo, how about a picnic for 2? Freaking Gesicki. This guy.
That was such a good show, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 2 in the gun. Moser to his left again. 11 personnel. 3x1 set. Hill motions right there. You see Hill motions right there. Tua steps up in the pocket. Looks like he may take off, but instead it's Moser in the flats who runs it up the left side for the touchdown. I honestly thought this was a sign Tua was going to be more careful scrambling. Boy, was I wrong. We look at it here. great movement in the pocket by Tua,
Right.
but also great block
Presence
by
of
Waddle right
mind.
there. Great block by Waddle right there.
Yeah. That was necessary. That was needed.
Great block.
And let's credit the offensive line. I like Liam Eichenberg staying on his man finally,
Boom.
and giving him that room to shuffle inside of the pocket, climb the pocket, and great presence of mind for Tua to allow the defense to draw him in, and then boom, right there on the sideline, man. That's a great play by Tua, man. Touchdown.
Agreed. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins on the board 7-0. Now next drive after great field position here. 2 in the gun, 21 personnel. Ingold to Tua's left. Mozart motioning up to the right side, making it a 1-by-2 set. Gesicki in a 3-point stance.
Let's get it.
Pittsburgh's going to drop into a cover 3 robber look post snap, and Tua's going to hit Waddle. Boom, right there on the post over the middle as Minkah as the robber. Look at how Minkah comes up. You got to watch how Minka's going to come up as the robber. He's actually going to come up outside the left hashes, and that's going to vacate Waddle's area after he breaks out of the stem of his route. Also, great block by Ingold here. Boom, right there. But yeah, because Minkah bailed outside the hash, that vacated that area. Good throw, good read by Tua. Big play. Look at the block by Ingold here. Back to his ways. Right?
I know, man.
Look at this. Boom, go low.
Huge
but yeah,
signing.
Great throw.
Huge signing, Ingold. But yeah, perfect read, perfect throw. They gave us the perfect coverage for that too. Tua read it, got the ball out. Like I said, him and Waddle's timing is like, we're brothers. Like they're really good with each other.
Bro,
but Tyreek still at work.
People out here ripping on Waddle and all this jazz.
From last week.
No, but they're still because Waddle plays good again. When Tua comes back, didn't people remember last year with Jacoby Brissett? With Jacoby averaged 42 yards a game, with Tua he averaged over 80. Buddy,
yeah.
It's what Martin just said to you. These guys know each other. They have chemistry. And what do they have on top of chemistry and knowing each other? What's the most coveted thing a receiver and a quarterback can have between each other, Martin? Starts with a T.
Timing, right?
Well,
or is it something else?
Timing is a good one, but trust.
Okay, that's another good one. I'm thinking like Family Feud. Timing.
They trust each other.
Unbelievably.
Unbelievably.
That's very true. That's very true.
And it was built off of last year because let's be honest, last year they were all each other had.
That's very true. So it's there. It's there.
And we can tell because of Tyreek, they've gotten closer off the field than they've ever been before, too.
So it's building. Yeah. It's building that way.
I love it, man. So people trying to rip on Waddle because he performs better with QB1. How does that make sense? Obviously, QB1 makes people better around him. What are you talking about?
I mean, we can say that too. We can say that too if people want to be fair. But again, it's challenging, man, because everybody wants Tua to be absolutely perfect. But that's just not the case. He's not there yet. He's still developing. So,
all right. Now this is real dangerous right here.
Oh Lord. I just see that, yeah.
I formation, 21 personnel for Miami. This is after a 3-and-out and that bad punt. This is the first dangerous, cringeworthy play by Tua as he bootlegs back to his weak side. Well, the strong side, which is also across his body to his weak side. And he tries to run through Devin Bush. Like, come on, bro. This is not a 190-pound safety or corner. You know what I mean? Like,
this is not high school, Tua. We're not in Hawaii, bro.
He definitely
NFL linebacker.
This play. Yeah, he definitely
absolutely. Look, and again, obviously, this is another scenario where Tua does not have a plan for when it doesn't go right? Because Tyreek Hill was supposed to be the main read, but he got caught up in a little bit of a muffle in the middle of that defense, so he wasn't where he needed to be. So Tua kind of panicked again, and he didn't have a plan as far as what to do with the football when the play doesn't work. So he reverted back, man. He reverted back to his instincts.
Well, there wasn't very much on that too, if you look at it, right? Like, go look at the coverage. There's nothing really for him to hit. You got to throw it away or slide.
That's right? it. That's it.
Look, there's nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?
Or beeline to the pylon. Beeline to the pylon.
Yeah,
if you can't make it, slide.
Mm-hmm. But there's nothing here. So,
yeah, man. Tua has to realize, man, he's not that type of a elusive player anymore, bro. Like,
yeah,
they're gonna hit you. They're gonna hit you, brother. So,
yeah.
Hey, man, play quarterback. Be smart.
Yeah, and protect yourself. Jesus.
Right. Bad play.
Yep. All right. 11 personnel, 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. It's a cover 1 for Pittsburgh here. Moser's going to motion to the left of Tua right there. And he's going to come out of the backfield on a slant. Tua's going to deliver a dime, but Minka lays the freaking lumber.
Yeah.
Completion. I mean,
I'm
if Moser holds it as a first down, but
right.
Settle for a field goal, 10-0 with just over 5 minutes left in the first. I mean, you opened him up for that hit, bro.
I like a can opener, right? Look, I am surprised. I'm surprised that Tua did not utilize the full version of his no look, because again, Jalen Waddle, he ran that post route, right? And he gave him that look like he's going to throw the post, but he didn't stay on him long enough to allow Mostert to really, work his way back into that angle.
To bite off of it.
Exactly, because Minka was reading him the entire time.
Way.
Bro.
Yeah, look at the eyes. Yeah.
Wow.
Woo!
Medic.
Hey. I might call him Raheem the Dream Moser, but he was definitely having a dream after that one.
Oh, man. Night. Nah, man. But
Dream Street.
All
right.
You got to do better.
10-0.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 21. So again, hey, almost
could have been.
Yeah. What could have been 21 personnel, 2 receivers to the right. Ingle motions out of that split back shotgun look to that right side. Steelers going to drop back into cover 2. Play action is going to come right there. Waddle takes the deep coverage with his deep post. I apologize. What's his face? Takes the deep coverage.
Tyreek took the deep post.
Tyreek with the deep post, and then Waddle comes underneath, and he gets open into space on that slant. I do wish there was better placement here, and Tua led Waddle a little bit better here, because look at all that open space.
Look
at all that open space he can lead him into.
Yep.
So you do need better placement here from Tua Tagovailoa, because this could have been 6.
Yep.
This could have been 6. Instead, Waddle has to adjust. There's no yak, and it's an 18-yard gain. So I know people don't like this phrase, but there was definite meat on the bone left on this play.
Right, and this was a neutral grade for me for Tua. He got a positive for the completion, but he got a negative for the timing. Agreed. Because clearly that was supposed to be one of those ones where Waddle was supposed to run right through that pass, and then just do what he does best.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So just bad timing. And Tua, we say this about all our quarterbacks. That extra hitch, unnecessary. Don't do
how much do I bring it up? Because we gotta play. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up. Okay, we'll get to it. Do you remember that? Okay, we talked about the wheel route earlier, and then to the right side, and then he almost got picked on that wheel route to the left side, right?
Correct.
What did he do when he got to the top of his drop?
Hitch.
He was late looking off the safety to the read, and he patted and hitched.
It's a wasted motion essentially when you do that.
Yeah,
and you're allowing the defensive player
to make
up that ground and ultimately affect that completion. So
exactly,
it's something to work out of, bro. And Peyton Manning mastered that, by the way. The no pat and the no hitch, it was out of his hand, bro.
It's hard because you do it through all high school and college. Everyone does
exactly because it's a natural thing. It's a rhythm thing. So
especially when you're feeling it, right? Like when you're really in rhythm, like you said,
right?
When you're feeling it, you see people pat and hitch a lot more.
Look, just blame Montana, because Montana was a standard for the quarterback position, and that's all he did. Pat the football, do a hitch, climb the pocket, make the perfect throw. Everybody wanted to be Montana, so we just copied and pasted. But that doesn't work right now, man.
No, especially with the elite level athletes we have to deal with.
Exactly.
And how quickly windows close in the NFL nowadays compared to the 80s, right?
Exactly.
Two in the gun. Edmonds to his left, tight 1-by-1 package with Sherfield stacked behind Gesicki as like almost an H-back. He motions and it shows cover one man for Pittsburgh. Play action. Tua overthrows Gesicki on the wheel right there.
Yeah.
Touch and anticipation is off. I gotta say this, man. I wish someone picked that rusher off the left edge because Craycraft up that right seam, bro. Woo! Watch Craycraft. But you can't.
I saw it too.
You can't because you got to get it out.
And I think that was the play design, because if you look at the receiver on that side, I think that play was for the receiver to do a rub route, right?
Yeah.
And he just missed his rub. He missed the rub, right?
Right there.
That's why that throw wasn't like on the money, because it was essentially dead. The rub was missed, and Gesicki was essentially covered. So
is that's Cedric?
I think it's Cedric. Yeah, I think it's said that I can't.
Supposed to rub right there.
Yeah.
It's like a pick almost.
Exactly, and I counted this as more so of a throwaway than an actual attempt to complete a football. Because even look at the ball. The ball looks dead in the air. You know what I mean? Like it's not even with force and power. No.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Good call. 11 personnel, split back shotgun formation for Miami with Hill and Sherfield stacked to the right. Cover one for the Steelers. And Tua has Tyreek on the slant over the middle, but flat out misses it as he leaves too much and too high.
That's what I mean.
Hill gets a hand on it and almost turns it into an interception for Levi Wallace. Clearly, you look at the last throw and you look at this. This throw specifically, the timing is off, and the throw that I wanted to talk about, where we've already said a couple throws now. Let's bring it back where the timing is clearly off, right? So this is another throw where you can see that the timing is clearly off.
I mean, I like the no hitch. That's how you're supposed to do it. But at the same time, like you said, the timing, we got to get that down with Tyreek. This is actually a really good throw. That was a really good throw.
Yeah,
that was great placement, and that was great timing. But again, Gesicki, we pay you $11 million, brother. Reel that in.
Well, the thing was, right, if you look at it, we're well short of the stick anyways on third down, right?
But who knows? Maybe this is one of those plays where McDaniels decides, since we're already here, let's go for it on fourth down. You know what I mean?
Because the Dolphins get 3 here, and they make it 13-0 after settling for another field goal.
But who's to say that they don't convert, right? As far as call a better play call, convert the fourth down.
After what touchdown. What I saw Edmonds later on, I ain't even going down that road.
Oh man, no rabbit hole on this.
Dolphins in 21 personnel, 2 in the gun. Mozart to his right. Cover 3 for Pittsburgh here. Motion by Sherfield's going to drop him to cover 2. Tua wants Tyreek on that skinny post, but the coverage by Devin Bush is very good, forces the incompletion.
Airtight. And I like the attempt, though. I like the attempt. I like the aggressiveness.
He almost got
right coverage, right read.
You were like a hair away.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness by Tua.
That was just
take a shot right there.
Bush. He didn't even look. He just put his hand up and it hit him.
Right place, right time. Right place, right time.
Agreed. All right. 2 in the gun. Mozart to his left. 11 personnel, 2x2 set. Cover 6, 2-4 for the Steelers. Gesicki is going to motion. And 2 is going to hit Sherfield on the quick hitch, who puts in a great second effort right there for extra yardage and brings up a manageable 3rd and short for the offense. I love the effort by Sherfield.
Hey, man. Chef, man. Underrated.
Very
underrated, man.
Player, man.
Extremely.
And Tua must have been so impressed because on the next play, 11 personnel, Sherfield split wide right, trips to the left. Two in the gun with Hill to his left. Mostert is going to motion, drop into cover 2, do the Steelers here. And again, 2 is going to target Sherfield on the speed out for that first down. And Sherfield does a little thing.
Catch it. Yeah. Throw and catch, man.
Love it.
This is Pittsburgh. Boom.
Love it.
Got it.
Now,
first down.
We are almost 20 plays in. We've noticed some anticipation and timing issues. Anything glaring yet, though? Because not for me. Where are you at right now?
Only the scramble where he basically almost committed suicide.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, I'm talking about from a passing standpoint.
Oh yeah, no. As a passer, he's been sharp. He's look, and again, I keep reemphasizing this to people. What you're getting out of Tua right now is a guy that's still developing. He's still ascending. This is still his first year in an offense that elevates his skills. Period. Like let's wait. Let's wait and see how he climbs through game by game by game by game. I say this all the time, bro. A quarterback hits his true stride when he gets through 4 consecutive games of just perfect execution. Not perfect passes, not perfect. I mean, perfect execution. And once he gets through that 4th game, that's when you're going to really see something into a. But that Bengals game cut us short. You know what I mean? He has to restart. This is a restart right now. So let's see what happens.
2 under center with Mostert as a single back on this next play here. And it's going to be also 21 personnel, 1-by-1 receiver set. Cover 6-4-2 for the Steelers, but they're going to roll into cover 2 man with the motion and then actually drop into a single high look at the full blown snap.
This was very interesting by the Steelers, by the way.
Yeah, the coverage roll they did here is crazy. Yeah.
They did a double.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I'll let it. So people can see that in real time what we're talking about. I'll roll it. Okay, so you're gonna see. There you go. There's the 1 to the cover 2. There's to the drop to the single high look right there. Now Tua's gonna have Waddle on the post, but he has locked in on the Tyreek throw from the start here. From the moment he gets to the top of his drop back. Minka's going to be outside the left hashes, and Waddle's post was going to run him to the vacated right side of the hashes, and it would have been tough for Minka to make that up due to his positioning. Ball was a little too late and out in front of Tyreek on the slant.
Oh, we're back at the first play.
Yeah. You got to make either one of these throws, bro. That's my issue here. You got to make either one of these throws.
And I will say about that throw in particular, again, a play action pass is different than a straight drop back. Meaning when you do a play fake, your back is to the defense, meaning you don't know what's going on until you whip your head back around and you see it. And in Tua's mind, he saw 2 high safeties. Yeah. So before he snaps the football, it's 2 high safeties. You see one rolling down, but when he does that play action pass, okay, now
back's turned and now they're in cover 1.
Yeah, exactly. So he's expecting cover 2. They wound up in cover 1, and he was already locked on to, if they were in cover 2, I'm gonna hit Hill in the middle. You know what I mean? Because that's the right throw in cover 2. But considering that it was a cover 1. That's just a misread, and it can happen when you do a play action pass. But regardless, that's an opportunity. I can attest to that. That is an opportunity that he missed for a big time play. But at the same time, play action pass, back is turned. Look, you got to get the ball out. Yeah, I don't mind the sped up operation for a play action pass.
And Tua noticed it. Watch his reaction after the throw. He noticed they went to a single high. Watch him. He here, we'll go back to this other view because you see him. Watch him after the throw. Because he realizes, damn, they shifted when I had my back turned. What you said, watch. Look.
Yeah.
Damn. Because he saw exactly what we saw. This is the advantage we all have of sitting up here and getting this view. Tua don't have this. So you're going to have people who don't understand what they're looking at. They're not going to point out what Martin just pointed out. And that's 100% right. That is what took away that read to Waddle. Martin's 110% right, people. See, this is why context matters. And this is why knowing what you're watching matters as well, right? So, yeah, you're dead on with that assessment, bro.
But still, I still like the attempt.
Gotta make
because
it throw, though, either way.
It has to be, a little more in his chest, more so.
Yeah, you let him too much. We're asking you to lead, guys. Now you're overleading. 2 in the gun, empty set, 1 receiver to the right, trips bunches, tight left, and Edmonds split out wide left. Cover 6-4-2 for the Steelers. 2 is going to take Edmonds in the right flats off his pivot route, who drops the ball.
Oh my goodness. Bro, if Edmonds catches this,
yeah, because that sideline.
Oh my god, bro.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
And that linebacker doesn't have a great angle to shut him down before the stick.
Not at all. Not at all. Edmonds catches that and turns up all the way to the sideline for like a 20-yard gain. Easily.
Like, look at the space, man. And you know what sucks about this, bro? Like,
right read, right throw, man. Right
and
read,
look at
right throw.
what's happening. What do we see happening? The punt coverage team is now coming onto the field.
That was 3rd down?
This is 3rd down. Look, you can see the 3 right there by the route.
Oh, yeah,
this
man.
Is a 3rd down. So people are wondering, why were they stalling out? Here's another reason why we didn't put points on the board. How do you drop this?
Honestly, man, I'm almost certain, bro. There's a mental block there.
But what?
There's a pressure.
But if he shows me this earlier in the game, why am I going to you later in the game on key 3rd and 4th down?
Right.
That makes no sense. So McDaniel got to hold this L on this one, man. I don't know what's at play here, whether it's the politics of the contract or whatever. But get Edmonds off my TV and off the field, please, for the love of Christ. Because
at least for now, because he's stuck right now.
Gaskin and Salvin Ahmed catch that football
and turn it up. Yeah, for sure.
Who knows what Ahmed does with something like that?
I know. Or even Raheem Mostert, to be fair.
The dream, baby. The dream deserves it all. Okay.
even the dream, man. So yeah, man, that's just a misplay. That's a misplay for the offense. So, back to the drawing board. I know.
I'm about to chase Edmonds out of town. All right. This guy.
That'll work.
2 in the gun, Moser to his right after we punted to the Butterfingers. 11 personnel, 2x2 set. This guy, eh? Yeah, we start calling Chase Edmonds Bart Simpson. Get your fingers off my Butterfingers. This guy.
Hey, bro. I think moving forward, we should call him Bart from now on.
Yeah, Bartman. We'll call him Bartman.
Bartman.
Oh, this guy's the worst.
Damn, man.
Bartholomew. Chase Edmonds. Steelers in cover 2 off. And Tua drops an absolute dime in the bucket to Sherfield on the post. Woo!
This was incredible. This was incredible.
Baby. Great throw, placement, and anticipation. Oh my God, bro!
Watching this live,
give him the Khaled one more time. That's incredible. That's incredible.
Another one. Hey, I honestly, man, watching this live got me so hyped because he's been trying to hit this route over and over and over again, and it just hasn't worked. And this was the first one that really just stuck to his receiver's chest, and it was a big game.
And with the separation, you got a man over top and a man underneath.
Tight window.
Still made the throw. Love it. And he put it in a spot where only Sherfield is making that play.
The God view is so nice right here, man. When you see it from here.
Bro, this is a
good
big
timing.
Boom.
Dot. That was a dot, man.
Like a drop in the bucket.
That was a dot. People will still complain. Hey, should have let the receiver a little more so he can do some work with it. But regardless, come on, bro. Give your flowers to this one, man. That was a beautiful throw.
Yes, sir. Dolphins 11 personnel, 1x3 receiver set. 2 in the gun. Moser to his left. Pittsburgh's gonna show corners. I love the movement and display of feel in the pocket by Tua here. to move up and out for the gain, just short of the first down, and he slid.
Look at that. My boy learning, man. My boy learning
on the fly.
But I will say too, his eyes were not in the right place early on. And look at the guy view. He was looking where he needed to be, like at first, but he didn't make the throw. Because when you look at the coverage, quarters coverage, you have an outside receiver running a hitch route. That's the throw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he just missed it, man. You see it right there at the top of the screen. Yeah, you got to put that in his chest. And he was looking over there. He just felt the pressure, stepped up into the pocket and just took off for a little game. Mm-hmm.
Love it, man. Look at this. People are trying to say, "Oh well, Skylar and Teddy have to deal with more pressure than Tua." That's why, because they don't have his presence and his feel for the pocket.
You can say that too. That's one of Tua's absolute strengths.
Yes.
This guy works the pocket like a pro. Mm-hmm.
All right, 2 in the gun. Mostert motions into the backfield, 1-by-3 set. Pittsburgh is going to roll into a single high robber look. 2 is going to drop a back shoulder dime to Tyreek, who runs that wheel right there. Love the play design here. Get Tyreek into open space. And this was on 3rd down.
Yeah. So he couldn't overthrow this one. So that's the only thing I'll give him a pass for, considering that this was a 3rd down and you do not want to overthrow. Yeah. He just put it in a bucket, because I'll tell you what, there was still room for Tua to kind of put that over his shoulder. Yeah. And let him run underneath that.
He wanted the guaranteed completion.
He wanted the completion. Yeah, he wanted the first down. Yeah. So I don't mind it. But
perfect throw.
It was in the bucket, but I still prefer him
for what
to
he was
run
trying to do. It's a perfect throw, man. Now,
right, to convert 3rd down.
The most ideal throw is over the shoulder, in stride, run under it. But for what he was trying to do, this is a money throw.
First down.
Because he notices there's no head movement. Only Tyreek's seeing that football right now, and only he's making a play on that.
Right.
And there's that T word again. Trust. All right. Prince from Batman, bro. Trust. All right. You remember that song off the Batman soundtrack by Prince called Trust? So when Jack Nicholson's throwing that money out in the middle of the street and it's Joker, bro, that's trust right there, man. I love it. Now we just saw that wheel to the right.
Now they tried to do the same concept to the left.
To the left. Empty set for Miami, 2 in the gun. Trips bunch. Remember, last was a 1-by-3 set. Now we're trips bunch left. Gesicki and Mostert stacked to the right. Cover 6-2-4 for Pittsburgh. And a couple things here. Tua is going to be late on the wheel route throw, which needs to be out quicker. Ball pat and attempt to look off the safety took the window away unless you throw a laser on a rope. Almost picked. Defense also gave you Mostert underneath all day. First down, though. But this is a first down, so that's why Tua took the shot. Also, you also had a window with Jalen Waddle being released to that second level, and it was actually open. It ended up being open longer right there. It opens up longer, but I know he just completed the wheel. He wants to. This is the one where he wants to throw it in stride because it's first. Late on the throw. Let's watch his order of operation let's watch his operation as he gets to the top of the drop here after the shotgun snap. Watch, ready? Look at just.
I don't like that.
Hitch, pat. Late coming off the safety over the middle, which that safety over the middle that you're looking off, you're not going to move. This safety bailing to the left side's committed to that side of the field. You're not.
It's a cover two. It's a cover two. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not moving him, so there's no need for. There's really no need for that extra. Listen, if you're going to do that, then take your hitch and your ball pad out.
Yeah.
Right? One or the other.
Yeah.
And that throws off the timing. He's late on the throw, near pick. So, yeah.
Yeah, the safeties were deep enough to where a hitch was out of the question.
Yeah.
It's either, you get the ball, you get into your drop step, and then you just make the throw.
Oh.
And more than likely, that should have been more of a back shoulder hole shot for Tua as far as a throw selection. But bad throw, man. Bad throw, man. Throw. Almost intercepted.
Yeah. Bad throw. Just bad order of operations once he got to the top of his drop too.
Yeah, that was a poor play by Tua.
Yeah. Third down now. 11 personnel, 2 in the gun, Moser to his right. Sherfield's gonna motion to the left. Hold on. Oh, yeah, no, my bad. I apologize. This is now my bad. I apologize. 2 in the gun, Moser to his right, 11 personnel, 2x2 set. Pittsburgh is in cover 6, 2-4. He's gonna take Moser in the flats for a short gain. I like Hill down here on that speed out, but with how off the coverage is, but clearly the progression started to the right on this play, so he never even saw it. And hey, Tua never saw it. Still a completion. You got back basically the yardage they were missing there. But it's gonna bring up it's gonna bring up a third down and long, a 3rd and 11 right now. Now we're at third down. So yeah, nothing really you can do there. Trying to get it out, trying to get some yardage back.
We're winding down to the end of the half. You pretty much drove the entire field up until this point. You don't have any timeouts left. Everything was about the sideline. So, right read, right throw. Right read, right throw for the situation.
So this is third down. 11 personnel, 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. You see Sherfield now motioning to that right side. Pittsburgh is this is the deep cover 3 play I was talking about. Pittsburgh's in a deep cover 3, almost like a prevent right there. There's nothing over the middle of the field, bro.
That's on purpose.
I know.
That's on purpose.
But good God.
We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't do nothing with this
because of the time of the. But man, spike it, bro. Run.
But I don't know how much time. Because look, think of the scenario, reason.
Okay, go.
Think of the scenario, right?
Yeah.
So there's 0 timeouts. You're in field goal range, and you see your offensive line, right? And you see where, look at how far as the distance from the offensive line to where that completion could potentially happen, and you're just moving that much closer to just making a field goal.
We're playing for the field goal right now. Yeah.
So I mean,
it's the yardage back. They're trying to get all the yardage back that they lost, right?
Yeah.
You can see, it's playing for the field goal right here. Yeah. I know what they're doing, but man, you could have caught him sleeping up there with some speed in the middle. Look at it.
If so, yeah. If so, but that's a tough play. I think
there was 15 seconds left.
I don't. It's risky. You would have literally spiked it at like 3 seconds, maybe 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Considering the offensive line, you have to consider them and the fire drill that you have to do to spike the football.
At the end of the day, we got the points.
Yeah. Jason Sanders came through. Was he perfect this game?
Yeah. This would also be the last time we score.
That's a shame.
So, and that's we're 25 plays in right now. That's the last time we'd score.
That's a shame.
Empty set now. 2x3 for the Fins. Cover 2 for the Steelers. And this is okay. What we're on right here, bro. This is now the drive where Edmonds got stuffed on 3rd and 4th down.
Okay.
Okay. So this is 3rd down right now. All right.
Two runs and now 3rd down to pass.
Yeah, this is a 3rd down. All right. Look at Tua's presence in the pocket and just feeling that big conversion, like absolute massive conversion on 3rd down. Look at him. Watch him here. Head moving, firm base, delivers a strike. This plays what made this drive so frustrating. As 4 plays later would be the 3rd down they ran with Edmonds, and he got stuffed. And then 5 plays later would be the 4th down. But look at this conversion. This shows there's 0 evidence to take the ball out of his hands on 3rd down. Look at this conversion. Look at Waddle do the shimmy shake. What's up?
That's exactly what I was about to point out. Hey, but also, man, can we have a moment to really give our offensive line some flowers? Because I have yet I have yet to chew out anybody on this offensive line. And that just goes to show how much of an impact it is when a player like Teron Armstead comes back. He literally ripple effects the offensive line, not only with him as a player, but his presence. I mean, it holds weight, bro. It really does, man.
Yeah. I just love
great
I love
play.
everything. I love everything about that play.
Yeah, great play. Yeah, bro. They was being a little maybe just a little dirty. A little dirty, but it's all good. First down, you know what I mean? But Waddle be shaking that off, bro. Look at this man.
Look at it, get up and do it. He looked him down.
He's like, that's it.
What's good,
like, that's it.
What did they say? What did they say to? Oh man, what was it? What did he say in Friday? I had a GIF of him saying it too. Oh man, what would he always say when what's his face rolled up?
Oh, you you mean like Big Worm or Debo?
Debo, when Debo would roll up. Oh man,
who would say what though? Would it be Craig or Smokey?
No, it would be Debo.
But I'm saying, was it Craig or Smokey that said something?
When he rolled up both on them when they were sitting on the patio.
They just panic, bro. And they'll be like, "Hey man, put your stuff up," you know, like it'll be. But what, you talking about like a saying or something? Because I don't remember them saying something specific.
Hold on, no, I got you. Hold on a second, bro. I got you.
Yeah, bro. Hey, just relax, everyone. This is very important. We talking about Friday now. This is a classic movie, so we got to get our facts right here. All right, so just
I got you.
Stand by. I got you.
What you got on my 40, homie? You remember that? Do you remember that?
That's what Debo said. That's what Debo said.
What Debo said. What you got on my 40, homie?
I thought you were talking about Smokey or Craig.
Brother M16. No, I was talking about what
What's up,
he
G?
said, bro.
Oh yeah, nah, my fault.
Yo,
yeah,
you didn't know I had this in the vault, bro. Check this out. Quickly before we'll get back to the hey. What you got on my 40, homie? Hey, you didn't know I got that in the vault, buddy?
Why two look like that, bro?
You like that, eh? Why you got?
Oh man,
what you got on my 40, homie?
That's my bike, punk. Dang, that was a good movie.
All right, let's get back to this. All right, man. Oh, good times. That was a great. I love that movie. Hilarious. All right, now. Empty 2x3 set for 2 in the gun, quarters for Pittsburgh. Tua hits Mostert on the slant here. What a high effort, eh? What a high effort. All right, so this is a gain of 18 yards, right? Right after Waddle had gained 25 on the last play we just showed. So that's 43 yards in 2 plays, but sure, let's lean on Chase Edmonds a few plays later when he offers you nothing on 3rd and 4th down. Make this one make sense right now, bro.
It doesn't.
43 yards in 2 plays. And people are trying to tell all of you that, this showed that McDaniel doesn't trust Tua. In what universe?
He overthought it. He overthought.
Yeah,
he overthought.
That's what
and don't just gloss over this one, reason. Look at Tua's placement of the football on this play, because I bring this up because me and EM we get into it sometimes, behind the scenes, phone calls, whatever, and I tell EM, sometimes when you play the quarterback position, you can't always throw, with force. You can't always throw with power. If you look at what we just seen with Tua on this play to Raheem Mostert, man, it's like the perfect pass for a running back. You know what I mean? You can't throw a pass to a wide receiver how you throw to a tight end or how you throw to a running back. There's levels to that, and Tua recognized that, and man, that's just, it was the perfect pass, man. I love the placement on that. I love the velocity on that. It just, I don't know. That's just that's me being a geek quarterback. That's all.
Tell them. All right, 353 of you in the room. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new, my people. All right, let's keep it rolling. All right, so this is now it's 2nd and 7 from the Pittsburgh 18, 2 in the gun. Edmonds to his right, 21 personnel. You're going to see a Craycraft motion. Cover 3 for the Steelers. Tough throw here by Tua, who feels the pocket, sees a quick window, adjusts his platform awkwardly, and makes that throw because that's across his body. That's actually a tough throw. Because, and like, Gesicki's not doing him any favors. This guy's running his drag all the way to the sideline, bro. He's fully running it out. Props to you, Gesicki. You're running through it. 5-yard gain out of nothing when it looked like this was going to break down, bro. This looked like it was going to go bad. So this leads to that, this is going to lead to the 3rd and 2 that Edmonds is going to get stuffed on, followed up by the 4th and 3. And a turnover on downs. To the people saying McDaniel didn't trust Tua, show me on this drive where we've just shown you those plays on the drive. Show me where Tua wasn't cooking on that drive. Huh? Hey?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Even this play, you can say he's cooking. Look at, do people realize how tough this throw is? Look at this.
Yeah.
Look. That's
under pressure.
All upper. That's flat-footed all upper body. That's all upper body across your body to the right sideline. That's not it with coverage. That's not an easy throw. And his platform was awkward. I mean, you saw his base, right?
Right.
So, like,
the narrative that McDaniels doesn't trust Tua in that scenario is 100% false. This is just a coach that overthought the situation. Meaning, let me run the football on 4th down. The Steelers won't be expecting this. You know what I mean? Instead of like the usual put the ball in your best player's hand.
Hold on a sec. Someone in the comments is saying that deep post in the end zone. The only reason that safety bails is because he sees Tua step up and make the throw. You don't have that post in the end zone. What are we talking about here? That safety is sitting underneath the whole time.
Talking about Sheffield?
Yeah. You can't.
That's a tough throw to make.
That's a real tough throw to make, even when you have a strong arm.
Right. And if you see it through the God view, you have to read the safety. You have to read the safety.
Yeah, you're not making that throw with that safety underneath.
And technically, when it comes to that wide receiver doesn't run a post all the way through the other pylon.
Where does the safety? Safety isn't jumping anything right now. He's staying in the middle. He's staying home. The safety's not jumping the in route. He's staying home. What are we talking about right here? Watch his feet. Look at he's staying home the whole time.
Unless if we can run this playback one more time,
if you watch, it's Minka. Minka's watching the eyes the whole time. That's why he sees shit to the left, to the right. He's watching the eyes. He's not watching the in route coming in front of him. He's watching to his eyes.
He's playing Robert. He's playing Robert.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're seeing him move like that.
Yeah. And if we can go back to the ends, the sideline view one more time for that play, so let's watch Sheffield, right? So even if Tua looked off Minka Fitzpatrick to the left with Waddle and wanted to make that first window throw, that first window post, right, to Sheffield, that's still such a low percentage type of throw, and it's so risky in this and at this level of the field.
Bro,
that's not a throw I suggest. You know what I mean? Like it's not the best one.
See the end of the play. They see the ball's already out, and he's moving up, and they're seeing all that. The ball he's already selected his target, and they're seeing there's open space in the end zone when that space comes when he moves up and out and he's throwing. Yeah. That's when that space is there. And now where's Minka's head? Minka's head is watching Gesicki the whole way because he's watching the eyes.
And usually receivers on that play, if you don't get the ball in the first window, you naturally slow down, which is exactly what he did.
You can tell people who don't know how to watch film or have never played the game. That's ridiculous to say that. Give me a break. No,
I mean, if they don't know, they don't know.
Understand NFL windows, man. No, because I know it's trying to be used to make Tua missing a read when that's not the case. Understand windows and what you're looking at, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it wasn't a misread. The play unfolded to where that was just the last option right there. Good defense.
Bro, people are acting like they know what they're talking about, man. Give me a break. Never even made a throw under pressure, let alone actually thrown a football in their life, and they're out here trying to tell people how to anticipate windows. Give me a break, man.
It's not easy. It's not easy. I can tell you that for sure, man. But it's all good.
Because they've been a football fan for 30 or 40 years that they watch every Sunday. They know what they're talking about. Yeah, okay, bud. All right. You didn't start seeing All-22 until I brought it into this community, so stop. You've been watching broadcasts for the last 30 years. And casuals out here trying to don't even understand windows, and they're trying to make points. It's unbelievable, man. It's unreal. Literally, honestly, sit down, close your mouth, stop using your fingers, and listen to the people that know what they're talking about. Real talk. All right. Me and you both played college ball, this position. Me up in Canada, you for FAMU. Stop right now. All right. Who knows what they're talking about? Me and you, or some person that's been watching football on TV for 30 or 40 years and never played the game and never actually broke down film at any level. Stop right now with me. It's ridiculous. And that's a thing that's wrong with this whole community. All these casuals thinking because the tape is available, they know what they're talking about. Stop. It's embarrassing to even be aligned with some of y'all. Seriously, man.
Tell us how you really feel, Reason. Tell us that.
It's ridiculous. Don't these people realize what they're? I don't know. I guess ignorance is bliss.
Hey, man, they saw what they saw, but if they listen to us and they understand what you're supposed to see at that position and what you're supposed to read, that play was dead. The post was dead. So it's all good, man. Next play.
Second and 11 after a Mozart run to start this drive, lost a yard. Tua in the gun, empty backfield again, 3-by-2 set with Gesicki motion. And look at
this
that.
Was a weird coverage,
bro.
Weird coverage.
Yeah, it was like a.
I agree. I agree with that too. That was like a scale cover 2. With the left safety kind of off balance with the right safety. And he dropped for a regular cover 2, but he still was in a robber position.
Yeah, I lost.
So it was just a weird looking coverage right there, man. I can't lie.
I gotta find the spot again.
Yeah, it's right here. That was it. That's it right here.
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's a weird looking coverage, man. And I mean, how is Gesicki not drawing a flag? Because
Gesicki did not extend his arms to flail for hey, I'm trying to make this catch. But it's because let's be real, bro. Gesicki he ain't built for that, man. He don't want to give up his body to make a play on the football when he knows that there's a safety bearing down on him.
The hold is blatant too, man. Look,
you see it, yeah.
And that's what makes it look like almost an interception and throws the timing off. This is at worst it's a hold, at best it's an offensive pass interference. Defensive pass interference.
That's a good throw by Tua. That was a good throw by Tua.
Even look at the God view. Watch his arm. Look at this. Watch the ball in the
Good throw.
Look at his arm. Look
at that throw, bro.
Yeah, but look at this. What is Gesicki?
He's being held. He's being held. Yeah, he's being held. No call.
What is Gesicki doing here?
That was a good throw, man. If Mike Gesicki does not get held on that, that's perfect timing, in stride, right in his face mask.
Unbelievable, man.
Damn, that's a miss.
That's got to be a penalty, bro. He is reaching with his one hand, with his free hand. That's all he got to reach with. Almost an interception. Come on, man. If that would have been an interception, I would have been livid, bro.
Yeah,
and they would have got away with it. They didn't throw the flag.
No penalty. Yeah.
You know, and he got held earlier on that potential touchdown where he got hit in the face mask. It's ridiculous. 2 plays. All right, now it's 3rd and 11. 2 in the gun. Edmonds to his right. 3-by-1 set. Cover 2 man for the Steelers. And Tua is going to take Tyreek across the middle on the drag, hoping he can make a play on 3rd down. Not a fan of this play call.
It was a design. It was a design.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of the play. That's why I'm not a fan of this play call right here. You know, because of the design on this play, Waddle's the only one at or past the sticks, and the progression doesn't even allow Tua to get there because of the design of the play. I don't like. No, we need the 1st down, bro. Let's start throwing into the sticks because now we're forced to punt with 5 minutes left in the 3rd.
Yeah, they wanted to put the ball in Tyreek's hand and just be a running back. The only thing that happened was that Sherfield just missed his block. Very simple. Again, it could have been a better play call as far as like really pushing the ball down the field. But I understand the concept of let's just get the ball into a special player's hands and see what he can do for us being backed up on 3rd down. So, you know.
All right. We are now 31 plays in. Tua in the gun, 1-by-1 set. It is what
quarters? That's like a quarters coverage. Yeah.
No. I'm not. It is a 21 personnel quarters coverage, like you said.
Too soft.
Too soft. Too soft.
What was the?
Hold on. What are we counting Tanner Connor? Is he receiver or tight end?
That's he's in the receiver stance.
What are they labeling him? Are they labeling him as? But I don't know what they label him as.
A tight end. He's a tight end.
Okay, so then we're in 12 personnel. I apologize, not 21. I thought that 8-0 was a 3-0. So we're in 12 personnel, and Tua. I mean, just
miscommunication.
Yeah. Miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback. Nothing more to that. Incomplete on 2nd and 8. So that is going to bring up a 3rd and 8 from the Dolphins 32. And there's like a minute and a half left in the 3rd. This is a play we're all not going to like. 11 personnel right now. 2-by-1 set. Tua, he's going to step up. Everything collapses around him. And instead of sliding again, he's going to lead with his head, man.
Man.
And you didn't even get the 1st down. You got 7 of the 8 needed. Like, come on, man. Like, you got to slide. You got to protect yourself. We can't afford, Teddy Bridgewater coming into the game right now.
He wasn't even close enough to really, go all out John Elway. You know what I mean? Like, poor Tua, man.
Yeah.
He just has to learn the hard way. He has to learn the hard way, man. So,
yeah. All right. It's now 1st and 10, obviously from the Miami 12. And this is right after a 3-and-out by the Steelers. So they're just begging us to add points here. You see Tua's under center. Edmonds is the single back. You got 2 receivers split to the right. 21 personnel. Ingold's out there.
That's like a 2 soft, almost quarters coverage. And then
the motion.
Cover 2.
Yeah, the motion shows it. Tua, nice throw over the middle right there.
Right throw.
Am I wrong? Was there a horse collar on this? Well, I thought there was a horse collar initially on it.
Horse collar is when it's a full. It's a full pull down. But that was like it was like semi horse collar, so they didn't call it.
Nice read, nice hit on the crosser here to Tyreek. Easy stuff. Boom, right there. Now that's a nice throw and throw. That's not good. The timing we want to see, right? Early on in the game. So gain of 16 yards, pushed out of bounds at the Miami 28. So now after an Edmonds run for a measly 2 yards, it's 2nd and 8.
Don't bang on Edmonds,
night, bro. So Edmonds, single back, Tua under center. Again, a 21 personnel look, 1-by-1. They're going to motion Tyreek. Cover two, and look at the step up in the fine. Now,
yeah,
Edmonds
man,
doesn't make the catch. I mean, again,
man.
the elite feel for the pocket, the elite feel for the pressure steps up, and Edmonds, if he can't make the easy ones, we can't expect him to make the tough ones, right? Where he's got to stretch out a little bit.
And I'll tell you what, Tua did have an opportunity in the middle, like right around where I think is that Waddle, I believe.
It is.
Like as soon as Waddle sits, it's a mismatch because that's like a linebacker, right? Yeah. So Tua just has to feel that.
It looks like he was going to pivot back to the sideline, right?
That's right. That's the play design, So
like watch, but here's a pivot right there.
There. Yeah.
You're right. No, you're right. 100%.
So yeah. So he does the play action pass. He can clearly see the safety dropping back for a cover two. The middle should be open. Look, pop back up, make the throw. But the pressure was right there. So it was like a hesitation. You know what I mean? So he just stepped into the pocket and just gave it out to Edmonds. And again, another infamous drop by our dear signee, Chase Edmonds. RB1 to start the season, everybody. RB1.
Yeah, now he's RB3.
That's
gotta make the catch, bro. Jesus.
Hard catch,
but you gotta make it. But I agree with you. Waddle was there too, man. So all right. So it's now 3rd and 8. And the Dolphins right now are in an empty backfield, 2x3, 2 in the gun.
Still quarters coverage by the Steelers. They're playing it safe, and then they roll the cover. Cover one robber. You
like that, eh? They're really active at the snap.
Yeah, man.
Eh?
They wanted Mika to get picks this game, bro. Look at him.
They did.
Chilling.
And if you watch Gesicki here, there you go. He sees he's eligible right there, and he's actually gonna chip and go out into the flats right there. Tua's gonna hit him. Short game.
But great play by the defense.
Miss. Actually made a man miss. And that's gonna.
But how do you feel about that Waddle route though? Because Waddle ran a deep out, right? He ran a deep out route, but let's see. It was too muddy.
Yeah,
it was too muddy for Tua to really make that throw. Yeah. So hey, right read, right throw. Read, right throw.
It's not a good result. All right.
Good effort by Gesicki.
Second last, this is actually after a quick 3 and out, another 3 and out by the Steelers. It's 1st and 10. We are on the Miami 15, Tua in the gun, empty backfield again, 2x3 set. And Tua, you see right there, he is
great
going
tackle.
to take Tyreek Hill for 9 yards. And just off that, I mean, hey, we breathe off those slants, eh?
Great tackle, man.
Well, it's like a dig, actually.
Yeah, it was a deep dig. Perfect timing, perfect throw, but awesome tackle by former All-Pro and Minka, man. Yeah. That I mean, if Tyreek, right, like look at him. Tyreek was like, "What? If you don't make that tackle, I'm going 90." And I think that's what you look. I think this Steelers defense doesn't get enough credit for the personnel, how well they're coached, their discipline. Like they're good defense, man. They really are, and we still hung in there against this type of team. So, man.
So now, after a 12-yard run, an 8-yard run, and a run for a loss of a yard, it's 3rd and 3 at the Miami 43. You see, and I don't like this decision by Tua here. It's a 2x1. They're going to motion Tyreek to the left side. Tua's in the gun, running back to his right. It is a
scale cover too.
Yep, and it's 11. My fault. Oh no, go ahead, bro. And it's 11 personnel. And they're actually they go into like a single high almost, right? And I don't like this because of what you said. They're gonna drop that back into that cover 2. I don't like this shot because I don't like it. It's 3rd down.
Oh, this is third down.
Yeah, this is third and this is 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
With 8:10 left in the fourth.
Yeah.
I don't like this. And another reason why I don't like this, I mean, you got options underneath.
Yeah, Gesicki right there
over that middle of the field. You want to
and I like that matchup.
You got Sherfield on that quick speed out. What do you want? There's stuff here. And yeah, I like the Gesicki matchup too over the middle. I just don't like that read. And when you look at Tua, when we watch from the end zone view here, he predetermined. He knew where this ball was going. I don't like when he predetermines like this.
Me either.
Tried to look off the safety and then he goes. It's the same thing all the time. I don't like it. And the throw needed to be better too on top of it. So.
And that's why we keep emphasizing, he's still growing as a quarterback. As much as we want him to be perfect, there's still so much for him to kind of just know and understand at that position as far as down distance players, matchups. Like it's so much you got to know, and it's so much you have to do in order to get to that level. So again, missed opportunity by Tua, though, man. Yeah, I guess it.
Yeah, which I believe I think our count's up to like 3 or 4 now for this game. I think it's at 4.
Three or four what?
Missed opportunities that he left.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's at 4 right now, I believe. Okay, so I think this is the last throw of the game for Tua because then we kneeled it after this. 3rd and 3 again.
Oh no, I don't want to see this.
2:41 left in the fourth from the Pittsburgh 42. And I don't like this again. Now, single back is Mostert. We are in a heavy 22 personnel package. One receiver split to the right. You see this cover 1, single high. Play action. What are you doing?
Come on, bro.
Well, you're late.
Come on, bro.
You're late, and this needed to be. Watch, I'll tell you. Right, bang, ball out to Gesicki or whoever that is. Is that Smythe or whoever?
Yeah, that's Smythe.
That needs to be ball out to Smythe right as soon as you turn around. No hitch, no pat, ball just out.
Ball, yeah. And if he doesn't like that, there's the DB is closing in underneath right there.
Yeah, right.
I think that's Alec Ingold. Man, just dump it off, bro. Just dump it off, man.
No, we got our numbers wrong. That's Smythe over the middle. I know what you're talking about. Watch. That's Smythe over the middle.
Yeah, you're right.
That Hunter Long? That's Hunter Long.
That's Hunter Long?
Yeah, it's Hunter Long.
Damn, bro. I don't know who be on the field.
On that little sit route right there.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you saying? And you only need through at 3 yards. And look at that space in front of him.
Yeah, man. That's bad. That's bad decision making. Per down and distance. Per down and distance, bro.
Yeah. And
you have to
let
know.
alone how off platform you are and the coverage in that area. It's just a bad throw and a bad decision by Tua.
Yeah, that's not his strength. He's not an on the run thrower. Nah. So thank goodness these DBs were trash in this game as far as like give me interceptions and they all dropped them. We kind of lucked up on that, but
hey,
overall,
what happened when we played Josh? People seem to forget we can all agree Josh Allen's elite, right? What happened when he played us? We had like 5 dropped in the second half.
Yeah. Brandon Jones, Javon Holland.
You're gonna have games where it happens, man.
That's true.
I mean, and Dolphin fans should know that. I mean, were y'all not watching Fitzpatrick during his tenure here? When you're pushing the ball. Yeah, but listen. So here's the thing: a couple of those turnover-worthy plays, or should be, or could be, or would be interceptions. A couple of them should have been, there was contact. All right, and a couple of them were bad decisions by Tua, and it is what it is. Listen, there was sharpness, there was good, but there was also some bad and some ugly from Tua.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I come away and I agree with Martin. I'm going to give him a C. And I and if you give him a C plus, I thought the film, I thought I was going to be coming away from the film, giving him a D plus, having to stretch it into a C minus. I'll give him a solid C. I could even, he's falling more towards the C plus side on the C than he is the C minus side. I will add that too. Listen, He looked like a guy who hadn't played football in 24 days. I don't know what else to tell you. Let's see what he does against Detroit. This is a team that they're giving up a lot of
Another
points.
good defense, but another
points.
They are, but another good defense as far as personnel is concerned. I like their front seven, and you know, when you look at Detroit as far as the matchup is concerned defensively, they have a whole bunch of rookies starting, right? But the reason they have these rookies starting is because these are like high level rookies. You know what I mean? Aiden Hutchinson, Malcolm Rodriguez. What's his kid's name at safety? I forget his name all the time, man. But they have a good group of young defensive players that are well coached by Dan Campbell and also Aaron Glenn as a defensive coordinator. I think this is a really good test,
bro,
for the Dolphins going into Detroit.
Let me hit you with this right now. Right now, they're allowing 249.3 yards per game through the air. They're 30th in the NFL, allowing 162.8 yards on the ground per game, and they're 32nd in the NFL. They allow 32.3 points per game.
32.3? Damn, Dan. They are not playing for you, bro.
And they've already given the ball away 11 times, which is 25th in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, look, as far as the stats and on paper is concerned, this should be a walk-in win. But I'm telling you right now,
these are the trap games.
It's one of those games, bro. Yeah. Because their offense, as far as offensive line is concerned, is one of the better young units in the league. And if DeAndre Swift is coming back from injury, that's going to be an X factor as far as how both teams are going to be kind of hitting on offense. So I'm just saying, man, this is one of those games where we just have to be very sharp and don't leave things on the field. You know, get as much as you can. So,
hey, bro, always a pleasure, Martin. You want to give some final thoughts on Tua's game?
Tua had it. Look, Tua had, like how you just explained, he had a lull game. Like, I haven't played football in over 2 weeks, and it showed. But at the same time, good, bad, and ugly. There was some times where he was just sharp. Other times, just off in timing. Yeah. Other times, just miss. Yeah, it's one of those performances that I'm going to treat, like I said, like the New England game, where it's not the best you can see, but come next week, we expect a sharper performance. And going into Detroit, this should be a game where he knows he can win. Man, just go out and perform, bro.
And can I say this? I love how he didn't play tentative after, he was
very aggressive.
He was
very aggressive
to his old ways. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow night with Mr. Ballgame and Richmond Webb for the finish line. Barton, it's always a pleasure, bro.
Yeah, man, likewise.
For us, man, Phinside the NFL, me, Martin Ballgame. No one does it better than us, man. So, all right, I will see all y'all tomorrow night. As always, fins up all day, every day. Man, let's get better and let's beat Detroit. Have a good night,
Salute.
Everyone.
Peace.